Mic is muted. I'm muted. Let's try this again. Happy Sunday. I thought I hit it, dude. Okay, there we go. At least I realized it. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well, man. We've got video gaming news coming up for June 2nd. And then it'll be either some X Defiant if we got enough community members in that want to get into some sweaty FPS action together, or some Ghost of Tsushima, or maybe both. We'll see how it goes. But it'll be a banger of a day as always, man. I don't know. I guess that's the play, dude. Let's go ahead and dive into video gaming news for today, see what we got, and that way we can work towards playing some games. Cool? Let's do it, man. Let's go see what we got. It is Sunday. It could be a little bit bleak on the front of news today, but usually sometimes Sundays through Mondays will be like that. We'll see, though. The PlayStation Days of Play sale is here. Let's take a look and see what they've got for PlayStation platform purchasers, man, and players. Anubis, what's up, my dude? What's going on, brother? Happy Sunday, dude. How you doing? Did you get some sleep, man? Vault just cacking, dude. You guys want to play some more today or what, dude? Because if you guys still want to play some X Defiant today, dude, I'm down. It's the weekend, so, you know, I'd rather play community games if we got people that want to play together. Yeah? Alright. Dope. I'm down, dude. I'm down. We'll get back into, you know, doing some Ghost of Tsushima tomorrow then. Absolutely, Vault. Yeah. Absolutely, brother. Sounds good. Wait, what? A new Overwatch 2 gameplay trailer? They think this is gonna help the game or something? What is this? Yeah, we'll pass on that. We'll pass on that one, dude. Yo, by the way, I didn't talk about this yesterday, but Chivalry 2 is free on Epic right now if anybody's interested. Chivalry 2 is free on Epic right now if you're interested. Notable game, totally free. This will no longer be free, and we'll get a new game in about 4 days and 3 hours from now. There's also a mega sale popping off right now on Epic, guys. So, it's kind of like their big summer sale that's going to coincide with the summer showcases coming at the end of next week. So from May 16th, through the June 13th. So it's been happening for a little bit already. I just didn't realize. But, or I forgot one. But it is kind of their summer sale, if you will. So big sale going on Epic. So you might go take a look if you're interested. They might have some good deals there. All right. But Chivalry 2 is free. Oh no, it's Game Rant's doing this. This is why. Game Rant's republishing a bunch of their articles, so they're coming up within a 24-hour period that I'm searching. Game Rant's been doing this here lately, unfortunately. I could just pull Game Rant out of our search, but we'll see what happens here. So look, this is what you'll see. Overwatch 2 gameplay trailer. Well, we'll look at this one. PS Plus free games for June 2024 explained. We'll look at that. Mortal Kombat 1 official gameplay debut trailer. What? 6 hours ago? Brother. No. This should have been at like the end of last year. So stupid. Alright. But we'll just avoid a bunch of that for now. If I feel like I need to take it out of our search, I'll take out that website, but... Balls. That's funny, dude. I think I got an eyelash all jacked up. Yeah, so again, like next weekend, basically Friday, Saturday, and Sunday especially, even Monday is an Ubisoft showcase, so we'll have a little bit of time on Monday where we're going to be caught up watching that. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week is just going to be chocked full of summer showcases. There probably won't be much gameplay at all, if even the news, because a lot of what we're going to be doing is just watching showcases all day long, man, all weekend long. So get ready for it. We've talked about some of the new stuff coming to Multiverse, so I'm not going to dive into that today. Gaming Bible's always clickbait. Game Rant's killing me right now, dude. Popcorn weekend? Yeah. What's up, Psych? I hope the extra hot Cheeto company goes out of business and they burn the recipe. Yeah. Yeah, it's trending, isn't it? No. Yeah. Hater. That's funny, dude. What are you doing, Sonic? What's up, brother? We've got PlayStation, June's PlayStation free game stuff up. We'll take a look at that. Cooking steak? Yo.
Now that we're friends again, is it okay if I pet you?
Thanks, dude. Heck yeah, dude. Ferret, thanks, dude. Incredible. And roasted veggies, nice, Psych. That sounds great. What time is it for me? It's 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, just after that. Yeah. So for you, it's like 4:30 in the morning, right? I'm Central Time, brother. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yup. Ferret, thank you so much, my friend. 18 months, dude. Jesus. Incredible, man. Thank you. What are you doing, man? Yeah, Shadow of the Erd Tree, dude, is popping off really quick here in June. A lot of hype around it. Nintendo leak hints at a new Zelda game and more. Ferret. Yeah, I think what you're going to start seeing with Netflix, you know, they own a few development studios now, and they're trying to push out AAA styled games. For the entirety of the past couple of years, what Netflix has tried to do is basically pull in a lot of games that were already developed and just put them on their platform, right? But at this point, I think what Netflix is really trying to do is develop in-house games. So I think that's what you have to look forward to. At the same time, I think what Netflix needs to do is really flesh out their platform, make it more seamless and intuitive for people to play on, instead of it being a mostly mobile, accessible application. If you're really going to be pushing for AAA games, then you've got to have some kind of platform. You got to make it to where you've got like a PC application. People can, access games on PC, access games on console, things like that. You know what I mean? Instead of it just being like, well, you can only play our games if you're playing on the iOS or Apple, app, like the mobile app. Like, it feels weird. No, I think they've been pushing towards that, but it's taken too long in my opinion. But we'll see what comes from Netflix, man. Honestly, I think their strategy towards getting into gaming was quite smart. They've got a lot of good games on their platform. They really do. But we'll see how their strategy plays moving forward. Yeah, there's always been this weird situation. We talked about the Days Gone stuff yesterday. There's always been this weird kind of underlying tension between what Days Gone was and how it did. And even though it sold millions of copies, it was considered a failure. And there's a weird situation behind Days Gone. But apparently, that studio is making a new game, and it won't be a sequel to Days Gone or anything like that. I think that's the big thing people need to take away. Lurking rest of the day, head hurting. Oh, brother, you've been really dealing with some head stuff here lately, huh? I'll send it to you, brother. I'll send it to you. I got you. I'll DM it to you right now, Doug. Already at you, my friend. Yeah, you're very welcome, dude. I'm really sorry that you're having the headache issues, dude. It seems pretty bad for you right now. I've had a little bit of it here lately too. And I think part of mine is it's just being exacerbated by allergies as well. It's such a bad allergy season, dude. I can't quit sneezing. I've got like a lot of head pressure and congestion and stuff going on. So, and the fact that I deal with, chronic headaches anyways, I think it's just getting a little bit exacerbated by the allergy stuff as well, unfortunately. But I hope you start feeling better, dude. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. Thanks very much for the 18 months, dog. That's a double Twitch baby, dude. We have a double Twitch baby. Oh yeah, I understand that as well, dude. Yep, that can absolutely be a thing. I love it. NFL champion slams EA Sports over a new game. The play sucks as coded. Yeah. You know why? Because they don't make their games better ever. It's like, brother, you're still playing the same football games the way they were built back in the mid-2010s. Nothing's different about them. They're not evolving those games. They're just the same thing with a different year slapped on the front of them. It's so stupid. Yeah, Astrobot, I think, is going to be a banger, the new Astrobot game. And it's definitely taking over. Astrobot is taking over as an icon for PlayStation. Like, as a symbol. Yeah, no doubt, Psych. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it rained here yesterday. I don't know if we're going to get more today. 5 horror games with the best enemy AI. You can't not read this and also note the Alien Isolation pick right here, dude. Alien Isolation did have really, really good enemy AI in it. It learns, even after like a reload or whatever, the enemy learns from your deaths, like where you hid, where to check to see if you're using the same location. So yeah, it's a very cool game. If you dig horror games and you've never played Alien Isolation, do yourself a favor. Sony hasn't learned. God of War Ragnarok will require a PSN account to play on PC, people. I talked about this with the Helldivers situation, right? I basically was telling everybody, expect this moving forward. I'm going to pull this up and I'll tell you why. It doesn't feel good, but this is the world we live in. You have to expect this. And I'll explain why, if you don't understand. Balatro is a banger of a game, too. We'll go one more page, because there's not very much news today. There's a Gray Zone Warfare update coming out, which is good. It needs a little bit of some polishing, I think. If you guys don't know what Gray Zone Warfare is, this is a game that is very Escape from Tarkov. So, you know, extraction shooter. It takes a lot of influence from Escape from Tarkov. I wanted it to be better because honestly, Escape from Tarkov, the developers of Escape from Tarkov, I can't think of their names right now, but they're getting really, really gross and trying to take advantage of their player base and their fan base, coming out with like pay to win kind of content and stuff like that. Content that's locked behind different very, very pricey editions of the game and things of that nature. It feels bad for all the people that have been fans of Escape from Tarkov for so long. And so, you know, for another game to come out and give people an alternative to play other than Escape from Tarkov, I was hopeful it'd be a little bit better. You can see the mixed reviews. It's high 60s. Right now, lots of people are trying it, but they've got a new patch coming out. It's early access, right? So hopefully there's hope for it. It'll get better, but we'll take a quick peek and see what they're saying about what's coming to the game, okay? Black Myth Wukong is rumored to have more than 80 bosses. That's cool. That game looks pretty dope. There's been a lot of hype around this for a long time, too. Best free, these are the free games of June that you can get through Prime Gaming. There's some notable games to get on Prime Gaming right now. If you're a Prime subscriber, there's hopefully they'll talk about everything you can get currently too. So we'll talk on that. Silent Hill 2 fans aren't so silent about new character models. This game does not look very good in my opinion. I don't know if you guys have seen the new Silent Hill 2 stuff, but it did not look very good. It didn't work out. I'm disappointed in myself. Holy crappers. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You probably really just pre-ordered or bought another copy of Suicide Squad. Might as well, right? This guy. What do you mean? What didn't work out, dude? Alright, let's stick with these. Flipping soup, dude. What's up, buddy? I was too dumb to think this relationship would be any different. It's just the same. You talking about your relationship as a consumer with the company Take-Two and Rockstar? Yeah, you're right. Just the same as all those other greedy ass developers trying to take all your money. I know, dude. I tried to tell you. You were just blinded. Blinded by the falsities, you know? Don't tell me no. I know that's what it is. Your girlfriend? Your girlfriend? What do you mean? Did something happen, dude? What happened, brother? Lay it on me. Put your head right here. Put your head right here. Talk to OA. Lay it on me, brother. What happened? Dude, that's a pretty sick burn, dude. God dang. I love it, dog. You can't force her to respond, dude. What do you want? Maybe you're smothering her, dude. I don't know. I was about to buy tickets. She stopped responding unless she felt like it. And then my power level started dropping. Hey, brother. Here's the thing. This is the way you got to play this situation, dog. This is the way you got to play this situation. Just quit. Quit contacting her. This is how this goes. Listen to me. But if you're gonna do it like that, brother, you better smash well. You better smash well. Okay? She'll respond either way, but you're gonna have a much better experience if you smash well. Yeah. I'm not talking about just leaving. But what I'm saying is, if you're in a situation where you're constantly trying to hit her up and she's at the point where she's not responding, and it's that you got to flip the script, dog. You got to play this game, okay? You got to flip it up on her, okay? So now what happens is you have to at least give her the impression, even if you don't really feel this way, that you don't care. And now you have to make her be the one to contact you. And then maybe you don't reply sometimes, right? Exactly. See what Vault's saying? That's how that works, dude. All right? Yeah. Yeah. Is it rude if that's what she's doing to you too? Or is it just smart? Look, man, this is part of the game, dude. This is part of the game. This is the game that the relationship game that gets played, all right? So if it's truly coming down to like being happening this way, right? Oh my God, Sue. Jesus Christ. Yo, stay away. You got to separate this whole like VR chat life from real life situation here, dog. It does not correlate well. It doesn't correlate well, dude. All right? It's not the same thing. Yeah, it's exactly like Vault's saying. Yeah, it's a chase and be chased kind of thing. It is exactly like that. It's like being on the playground in elementary school and playing tag with a girl that you liked or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like that. It's exactly like that. So you have to know how to play that kind of game, okay? So what it is if you continuously are the one coming after her or whatever, she's just gonna play this situation like not responding and stuff. And then you have to turn it around and play the same game, right? And then make her be the one to chase you, right? Just don't reply, dude, until GTA 6 comes out, okay? Just don't reply until GTA 6 comes out, all right? Yeah, I don't know what next year was about. We've got a lot of educating to do for Soup here about how this kind of stuff works. Yo, nice Vault. GG's, dog. Thank you, man. How do you know this game so well? Some of us we just got it, dog. You know what I mean? And it's our job to help other people learn how to have it. Players play. That's exactly what I'm saying. Vault knows. Someone's been pampering since been pampering since been pampering since been pampering. Bro. Oh my god, dude. Jesus Christ, that's funny, doc. Players played. Talk a turtle out of its shell, bro. Yeah. That's flipping funny, dude. There you go. You're learning, dude. You're learning. Yeah. It's a balance, dude. It's a balance, right? So there's this balance between, you've got to play it like real nonchalant. Like, you can't, if you're truly interested, right? Then you have to play it in a way where it's comes off like you're not smothering, obviously, and you have to play it off like you don't care that much and make her come at you, right? To an extent, but you can't make it to where she feels like, or the other person in this relationship scenario feels like you don't care so much that it's just over, right? There's a balance between it. So if you've got it to a point where they feel like you just don't care at all, right? Then there's the potential they might move on. You have to play it in this situation of like balancing it out to where they making them more of the one that comes at you rather than you being the one that's like, oh please, you know what I mean? Be with me. And not all relationships are like that. But it sounds like that's the kind of scenario you're in, dude. Yeah. She's kind of got you played like that right now. A little bit. So you just got to turn it around. So, I mean, she did message me back like once every few days whenever I don't talk much. So, the way I take that is Soup will just be blowing her up, dude. Just blowing her up. And then finally when she hasn't replied after thousands of messages, Soup just finally quits messaging. And then after a day or two, she'll like send one message and then Soup's right back in it, dude. She loves me again, and she's just like blowing her up again, dude. That's foul. Bro, that's so funny, dude. That's so funny, man. Oh my god, dude. I think really what it comes down to, Soup, is, you know, it might just be a situation where you got to make sure you're not smothering her. You know what I mean? And so it's like, play it cool. Be the Fonz, dude. You know? Play it cool. And if it feels like, if you're getting the impression that, like, if you message her and she doesn't reply or whatever, then also back off, right? And don't message back until she messages you or whatever. And that's how you kind of flip the game up a little bit. Excuse me. Bro said explain. I know. Just like... Alright, sorry. That's funny. You guys are cracking me up, dude. Oh, geez. Soup. Soup. You're right, brother. Crack me up, dude. So much to learn. So much to learn, dude. Let's get into this news. Let's get into this news here. Sony hasn't learned. God of War Ragnarok will require having a PSN account to play on PC. Sony warns players that it will be necessary to have a PSN account to play God of War Ragnarok and Until Dawn on PC. So, before we even read this article, I was trying to prepare people for this whenever the Helldivers 2 debacle came around, right? Can I rephrase it? You disconnected. Oh, man. I think that really... Okay, I'm going to try to make this simple. Don't smother. If it comes off like... So are you guys officially... Let me ask this. Have you officially talked about the fact, like, you're dating this person? Are you dating? Are you dating this person? Are you guys, like, official? Let's get that. Let's make that clear first. Fill me in on Are you actually officially dating this person? Soup. That's what I need to know right now. Are you officially dating this person? Have you guys officially said, yeah, we are a couple. We are seeing one another. Tell me that. Tell me what the actual status of this relationship is right now. Yeah. And then let's talk about this. So let me finish this article and then we'll discuss Soup's situation here a little bit in more detail, I guess. Sony hasn't learned God of War Ragnarok will require having a PSN account to play on PC. So, again, like I was saying, with the Helldivers 2 debacle with PlayStation, I told everybody to expect this moving forward. It doesn't feel good. Nobody likes this, right? But this is part of the platform wars. So, when it comes to Xbox releasing their games on other platforms, or PlayStation releasing their games on other platforms, or, you know, the major developers, Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, Ubi, you name it, you know, if their games are going to be on other platforms, they're still going to want you to log into their platform, whether it be through their launcher or even just logged into an account in their game to play, you know what I mean, through their site or whatever. This is going to be a more and more prominent thing as companies become more open to releasing their titles on other platforms, because it's a numbers game, right? They need to show how many people are on their platform logged in, right? I mean, that's what this comes down to. It's a numbers game. And so it doesn't feel good. It sucks. We all hate this notion of having to have games on different platforms as far as libraries go, or having to use separate launchers as like a middleman to even start your games or what have you. It doesn't feel good. It sucks. But it's an inevitability in the way the industry works right now. So I've been telling everybody, especially with what happened with Helldivers 2, to expect this. It was going to be like this. And so where PlayStation really screwed up was not implementing it on Helldivers 2 to begin with, right? And I think they learned their lesson. They're trying to prepare people now. Their games that launch on PC moving forward will have this implementation from the get-go. So Sony warns players that it will be necessary to have a PSN account to play God of War Ragnarok and Until Dawn on PC. During the past State of Play held on May 30th, Sony revealed several titles that will be coming soon for PS5 and PSVR 2. Additionally, the arrival of God of War Ragnarok and the remake of Until Dawn on PC was also confirmed. Although we still have to wait until September 19th to enjoy Kratos and Atreus on our computers, we already have the game ready to pre-order on both Steam and Epic Games Store. Likewise, the announcement of both games was also accompanied by news that many were waiting for it. It will be necessary to have a PSN account to be able to play God of War Ragnarok and Until Dawn on PC. This requirement is well detailed both in the official PlayStation blog post and on their Steam page. PlayStation Network account required, subject to the PlayStation Terms of Service and User Agreement. After the great controversy surrounding Helldivers 2, as I said, and subsequent Ghost of Tsushima, Sony wanted to be clear with the community and demonstrated it at the beginning of the State of Play. The company displayed a statement on the screen that read, Sony Interactive Entertainment games for PC require a PlayStation Network account. From what we've seen, it seems that this will be the general trend we will have with PlayStation Studios releases on PC, even if they don't have multiplayer mode. That's what a lot of people are also going to complain about. A lot of people are going to complain about this whole, well, it's a single player game, but why? Because they want to count you as a number logged into their platform. Not just as a consumer of their product. That's not enough. They need you to be logged into their platform, right? It's a numbers game. So a lot of what the gaming industry comes down to is a numbers game. It's not just numbers money-wise, it's numbers player-base-wise. And if they can count you as a number towards who is logged in on their platform, on their services, that is a huge thing for them. That's why this is happening. I told everybody you had to be prepared for this. PlayStation's not the only one. You're going to see it from all of these players, guys, in the industry. All of these developers, right? It's going to happen. It's already been happening. It's just getting exacerbated to a greater extent and magnitude now because of how open these companies are becoming to having their proprietary first-party software and stuff like that on other platforms nowadays. Get ready for it. All right, let's see what Soup's saying here. Oh, a Fellowship of Love. Yeah, it feels like it's turning into that, right? It's really 50-50 for both of us, but she wants to date and get... Wait. Sounds like self-fulfilling prophecy, yeah. Feeling like you're spending money for people who don't appreciate... Maybe coming off too aggressive with pleasing them. She says girlfriend, then she says, like, I don't know. Ooh. Yeah, Vault, for sure. Sounds like she's playing the games... likes you for the services you provide. Exactly. It does almost seem like we're missing more information as well, right, Psych? By the way, is your girlfriend's name Eve, dude? That might change our impression of what's going on here. She's treating it like a part-time thing. Been in the same situation. Says she's my girlfriend. Not very long, Psych. Yeah. She went to a stranger asking if I was taken when we were playing a game. Yeah, I think culture plays a role in it as well, for sure. Excuse me? I'm just making sure this isn't an actual virtual character, dude. This is a real life person, right? Your girlfriend's name's not Eve. We're not talking about a character out of Stellar Blade, are we? Bro. Well, it depends on what you want too, dude. I think that's really what this comes down to. I think it depends on what you actually want and determining what she actually wants, right? I mean, it's very early right now too, right? But if you feel like she's maybe taking advantage of you, then you need to be clear about what you want out of this. And if she's not on the same page, then it's probably not worth continuing to pursue that, right? Davey, what's up, my friend? How you doing, dude? Yeah, I think it just depends. It just depends. Relationships can be weird depending especially on, you know, how far in you are to this relationship, what you want in relation to what the other person might want. But dude, I'm telling you, communication is huge. Communication is key. And there's always those little games that you have to play in this like courtship process, you know, of figuring out how much attention to give versus how much attention to get. You know, it's kind of a give and take. It's like a tug of war, if you will, you know, for the attention process of how much attention do you need versus how much, you know, are you getting what you need, or are you getting smothered? And the other person's playing that game too, right? Are they getting not enough attention, or are you smothering them? And so it's always finding out how to kind of work through that process with a new relationship, I guess, you know, with somebody. So it's I think it's one of those things that I think the more you deal with relationships, the more you get comfortable in just navigating those areas. And I'm telling you, communication is critical. Really, you can't be scared to just talk to people about stuff. And if you talk about, you have to be understanding of the fact that talking to somebody about things and coming to the conclusion that after a conversation about what you need in relationship to what they want and vice versa, you might come to the conclusion that this is not a relationship that's going to work out. You just have to understand that, right? It's hard for us to really give you definitive help in this situation. It's something you have to figure out how to navigate on your own. I mean, we can give you tips and pointers and try and help kind of push you in the right direction as far as our own experiences and stuff like that. But there's going to be cultural differences, right? There's going to be, just the difference between this being a personal situation for yourself as opposed to what we've experienced ourselves, things like that. That's that's what I'm trying to get at, is what Volt's talking about, right? You do need to be clear about what you want and what she wants and what you both want as a relationship's concerned, and you have to be considerate of those wants and needs and fulfilling those as well. Like, you know, but there's always the game, especially in newer relationships and stuff, that's played with that whole tug of war of attention versus, attention giving versus attention seeking and stuff like that, right? And so you play games like, well, even though I might want to respond to some messages, I'm going to hold off to, make it seem like maybe I don't care as much so I can see how much they'll continue to pursue, right? Things like that. People play those kinds of games. It's just one of those things that you become accustomed to in certain, not everybody does it, but it's a common thing. It happens, dude. Sorry, I just remember the other day when she asked you about what you wanted out of a relationship. You were like, I don't know. Yeah, now it sounds like you're aggressively trying to get her to be your girlfriend. Yeah. I'd forgotten about that too. And all of this in a few days. Maybe things are different where you're from. Sounds like too much to handle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's also a thing. That's why the communication thing is important, right? So if they're early in dating, totally see why two people don't feel exclusive and seeing where it goes. Committing to a relationship just a couple of days in when you don't know where your dating partner so well comes off wrong. Yeah. But I think that's why, because, I think that's one of those things that you really have to understand about somebody too. It's like, are you trying to pursue a mutually exclusive situation here, or are we just testing the waters out, to see where this maybe goes if we, talk moving forward, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. You don't want one person to potentially be under the impression that maybe this is like a mutually exclusive situation where you're not dating other people, and then the other person be like, well, we never said that that's the idea, right? So they've been off dating somebody else the whole time, right? Or dating other people, testing the waters, if you will, to see where this relationship as well as others, which one might lead to the best possible situation for them, while the other person has just thought that this whole thing. That's where communication really plays the biggest part, right? Well, yeah, psych, for sure. And that's where, it was hard to tell what Soup was saying. Before it was like, it came off like she was playing games, right? Like Soup would be texting and she just wouldn't get back for a long time. And maybe she's just that busy or something. But it did come off as a game type of situation. That's why I was like, well, if that's what's going on and she's playing games, then you've got to flip the game up, right? And that's exactly what I was trying to get at too, Vault. People are all different, right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying is like, relationships are weird. And that's why we can only give like tips and pointers here. It's hard for us to give you definitive, this is what you should do kind of information, right? Because it's all about how this personal scenario is playing out, and you having to know how to navigate it on your own. It's gonna the dynamics of this personal scenario is gonna change on the fly, dude. So you're just gonna have to. We can always give you tips and pointers and stuff, right? But it's gonna be changing on the fly, especially as a new relationship. You guys are in this process, dude, where you're really trying to fill each other out as far as like personality wise, what you want out of the relationship, stuff like that. There's going to be like super highs, and then there's going to be these weird situations where you just don't understand what the other one's thinking or feeling, and it makes you feel like they don't care or whatever. It's just not, that's just not necessarily the case. You just don't understand the way they deal with certain kinds of things, right? So yeah, it's all a learning process. But even as much of it's like Vault said before, and like I was trying to kind of hint at, everybody's different. Everybody's different. So no individual singular circumstance of learning in relationships is going to give you a definitive roadmap for how to address any particular person moving forward. It's all wildly varied from person to person, dude. It just is. It's all learning. It's all growing, just learning how to deal with relationships, and a lot of the early stuff can be wild. Early relationship stuff can be wild, dude. Yeah. Davey, best choice, stay single. For some people, that is the best choice. Seriously. It really is. I've got friends that have made that decision. Right. Yeah, exactly, Syke. Yeah, Syke's talking about exactly what I think we're trying to get across there. Yeah. It's hard for us to, again, Soup, yeah, like Syke saying, it's hard for us to give you definitive information about how to address this. You know, it's nothing we can say is going to be like the solve all for you. You know, it's not, nothing's going to be the perfect solution. It's just some tips and pointers about how to potentially move forward with this. You know, it's a lot of it's just learning. It's learning people. Yeah, and relationships are weird. They're always gonna, you know, present weird situations, and you know, you just gotta figure out how to deal with it. We'll always try to give you a help, buddy, but it's a personal scenario that is fluid and dynamic. It changes a lot on the fly, and a lot of it's just going to be learning. You guys learning each other and what each other wants truly out of the situation. He just replies, if she wants to. Because then, when I was friends with her. Okay. It almost. I don't know if maybe I'm translating it. It almost feels like you're being put into like a backup plan scenario to me, which feels weird. Just from what I just read from Soup. I mean, I'm just being real, dude. Yeah. And Syke's absolutely right. Which is hard because if you've got like a big crush on somebody, it's hard to not pursue those feelings or whatever, you know what I mean? It's difficult, but Syke's absolutely right. Yeah. So, you know, and that's why originally when this whole conversation started, we were, you know, Vault and I were like, well, you just got to play the same game. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons we're saying it like that. Because it comes off more of a situation where you seem to be potentially more invested than they are. So the best thing you can do, even though it might be hard, is to just play the same game. You know? And if it leads somewhere, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Well, Sometimes, I don't know, Syke, I don't know. I think sometimes people are interested that play those types of games, and they want to see if you'll invest in the same type of games. It just depends. I don't know. Yeah, but I think here's the problem, Sue. It's about reciprocating effort, right? It's about reciprocating effort. And dude, I'll talk about this. So reciprocating effort is, you know, one of those things that I even implement as a test for people in like friendships and stuff, not just like relationship wise and stuff, right? But it's like, if you're putting in more effort than somebody else is, then why though, right? So, it's I think one of those things where, like you're talking about, it sounds like you're putting in more effort into this whole situation than this potential partner is, you know, then maybe what the point is for you backing off until backing off and only putting in as much effort as they are, and just see how that works out, you know. Even again, as hard as that can be sometimes, just to see where it leads to, right? I don't know. Well, yeah, I know. I never said anything about judging somebody by those kinds of tests. I don't know. I feel like you just like threw a bunch of stuff on me there, so it was kind of weird. All right, let's get back into the news. Soup, hopefully it helps, man. Hopefully it helps, buddy. So, again, I don't think there's any one big, truly definitive, like, thing that we can tell you that's going to help you figure this situation out. But I do think that, you know, a lot of it's just a personal, you know, learning and experience as you move forward with how to deal with relationships, and yeah, I don't know, we can try to help as much as possible moving forward, but you know, some of it's just things you have to figure out as you keep trying to pursue relationships and things like that. But everybody's different, and cultures are different and stuff like that too. So we'll let us know, man. We'll keep trying to help as much as we can, buddy. You know. Let's get in here. Gray Zone Warfare update roadmap coming soon. The Gray Zone Warfare developers say a roadmap is on the way. Again, Gray Zone Warfare is a game that, and I'll link it to you real quick. There you go. That came out here recently in early access. When did it release? Like within the past 3 weeks or so? April 30th. Yeah. About a month ago. And it really has that Escape from Tarkov vibe. If you watch the trailers and stuff, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's an extraction shooter, and a lot of people were hoping that it would kind of take the place of Tarkov, because Tarkov's had so many issues with recent things, on top of the consistent cheating. But there's like pay to win. There's been a big expensive editions of the game that have come out that have paywalled content, which is disgusting, stuff like that. So it's at like a 67% positive right now of reviews. In early access release is okay, but you would like to see it get better, right? So they say a roadmap's on the way. Let's see what they're talking about here. Gray Zone Warfare players can look forward to another big update soon, with the developer Madfinger Games teasing this week that patch 2 is just around the corner, the studio said. On top of that, a roadmap won't be far from that second big patch, with Madfinger Games saying that a broader look at what's coming in the next major content updates will also be shared soon. All this comes in the midst of Gray Zone Warfare reaching a pretty impressive milestone this week, with over 900,000 units of the base game since it launched in early access in April. The tease about what's to come in terms of a roadmap and the next big update was shared in a post on Steam talking about that 900,000 unit milestone. That number accounts for just the base game too. Gray Zone Warfare players will recall that Madfinger Games has put out several different hotfixes for the game since it released, but it's only gotten one real update that stamped out a ton of issues and fine-tuned some of the game's hyper-realistic systems. The second of those big updates is what Madfinger Games now says is coming soon. With 1 month, 1 patch, and 4 hotfixes under their belts, we acknowledge there's still much to do to emphasize the GZW experience. Deeply appreciate your patience and continued support as we work to make the game the best it can be, Madfinger Games said. We're diligently optimizing the game, and patch 2 is just around the corner. Feedback has been invaluable. This is one of those things you want to see from a developer, right? They're actually taking feedback, at least they say they are, and trying to implement it to the game to make it better for people. And we are committed to addressing your concerns, nagging bugs, and quality of life improvements. Soon, we will reveal our roadmap for upcoming major content updates. Stay tuned. That milestone of 900,000 units sold only accounts for the base version of the game as well. When it released in early access, Gray Zone Warfare launched with several different editions, including options to upgrade to a higher tier of the game if you like that what you played. Madfinger Games said that in addition to having already sold 900,000 base units, Gray Zone Warfare players have bought over 475,000 DLC upgrades in the same month. They did not give estimates on when patch 2 and the roadmap will be available beyond them coming soon. Huh. Well, we'll have to kind of keep track here and see. Here's the saying thanks for the 900,000 units. What's next? What to expect? Updates. Stuff like that. So we'll have to keep track and see, man. Hopefully it gets better, because I do think there needs to be a viable, legit alternative, something like Escape from Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov's been suffering. I think the fan base has been suffering for a while, and I think the developers have been trying to take advantage of the fan base and the consumer base for quite some time now, which feels really, really bad. So we'll see what happens. Oh, Soup, you're all right, dude. Everybody that is just here on the constant and part of this, dude, is doing exactly what they need to do, man. That's what it's about. What are we talking about? What did I miss? Oh, we're good, Psych. No worries, brother. Madfinger Games, mobile game company. It's not like a mobile game company can't make a transition into doing, bigger games, though, dude. You know what I mean? Well, I think, this is what I would say. Do you, are you totally unaccepting of the notion that a company can have lessons learned? Wait, what? Yo, Psych, that's crazy, dude. I'm just saying, there's the potential. I mean, it's not like the game's getting crushed. You know what I'm saying? It's mixed right now. It's almost positive. It's almost mostly positive. And there's a lot of reviews on this, dude. So all reviews all time, over 41,000 reviews. Right? It's an early access game. So I think anybody that went into this in early access had to understand it was not going to be fully polished, right? But you're talking about an early access game of apparently a company that's used to doing mobile titles, stepping their game up into a major platform title, and having a 67% on an early access game, and maybe it'll get better. That's why I'm saying maybe not, you know? I already have, dude. I already have. Oh, you mean on the previous? I don't care about the previous game. Yeah, Vault's like, nice, dude. You get to work from home. But it was their previous release, right? Well, that's what I'm saying, though. I mean, is there no potential? No potential for them to have learned some lessons and be evolving as a game developer and maybe making something better here? I mean, that's all I'm saying. There's got to be. Yeah, I hope not, too. Yeah, guys. Well, we'll see. We'll see, right? We'll see, Soup. I totally believe you, brother. I totally believe you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that everything that I'm seeing here gives, I think, people hope that maybe something viable and an alternative to Escape from Tarkov is being created with this. And obviously, track record. I talk about this a lot with developers. A developer's historical track record is definitely something to go off of. And I'm not as familiar with Madfinger as you are, obviously. So, if all the things that you're saying are true about Madfinger, I would be very, very reluctant to believe that they'll be able to turn this into something as a viable alternative to Escape from Tarkov, right? We'll just have to pay attention and see. I do like to give companies that are stating things like what we just read, you know, they're trying to push out a roadmap. I think that's a great thing from developers. They're trying to say that they're listening to feedback from the community and trying to implement some of that stuff. That's a great thing. But again, seeing is believing, right? You have to, you know, them just saying they're doing that isn't really going to prove anything. They have to actually show that they're taking feedback and implementing those changes, right? So, exactly, Vault. That's kind of what I'm getting at, yeah. So, I think that when you're talking about a game like this, I think there's hope here, right? That maybe as a company that obviously Soup has experience with not doing great things in the past, maybe they have some lessons learned. Maybe they've been learning some lessons in what they've done wrong in the past, and they're trying to change that and do better in the future. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm going to keep track of this. I'm going to keep track of this. But I want there to be a viable alternative, you know? Well, most developers should really listen to feedback, dude. I mean, that's a huge thing for developers. You know, most developers that make really, really great games, they listen to feedback, dude. You know, they implement, but I mean, it's not like you just listen to all feedback, you implement all the changes that the, you know, fan base, the customer base wants to see. It's a process of sifting through the trash and actually listening to the core of what feedback is saying about what needs to be implemented, right? It's a tough process, but the better games that come out and the better developers that are out there utilize that process, right? So we'll see what happens. We'll pay attention. It's not a great game right now, I don't think. You know what I mean? I think that I've looked at reviews. You can look at like recent reviews for the game. There's people are basically saying like, yeah, it's early access. You can look at these reviews. They need like fun game, level 28, plenty of time into the game, 90 hours right now, and they're saying not recommended, even though they're saying it's a fun game. Can't give it a recommend until they apply fixes. Like, you know, obviously, this is a lot of the stuff that I've seen from the game so far. A lot of people have enjoyed the gameplay, a game that has promise. The devs have taken the money, and the game is just an abandoned, buggy mess. I don't know that I would agree with that whenever they're still pushing out, like, updates and stuff for it. That's a weird thing to say. It's only been out a month, dude. How can people say that kind of stuff? You know? So it's you know, the game's been out a month. They just pushed out a thank you to everybody. They're talking about a roadmap coming out for updates and content and stuff. You know, that's a weird review right there. But a lot of what I've read is that people have enjoyed it for the most part. It needs some work, but that's expected. It's early access, right? Yeah. So we'll see. We'll keep track and we'll see. You always want to see developers. I talk about this a lot. As Soup said, the only thing you have to go off of with a developer is their recent history, their recent track record. And if it's bad, what do you expect from that company? You expect more bad, dude. You do, right? Why would you expect anything else, right? But we always, you know, want to hope and believe that the developers in this industry are learning from their mistakes, right? Learning from their mistakes and trying to be better moving forward. That's what we want. That's what we hope. So that's one of the reasons we do what we do here. We pay attention to what's coming out. We pay attention to who's making these games. And are they getting better? Are they doing better for us and by us? Or are they continuing to just do more of the same bullcrap? You know, the same trash-ass work that they've been doing, taking advantage of us, as they've shown us they'll do in the past. That's a big part of why we do what we do here. It's about discerning between those two things. Showing companies that are getting better, doing better, and ones that maybe we should support, and showing companies that don't give a crap, are continuing to do bad stuff, and the ones that we probably shouldn't support, right? But we have to pay attention to the details. Maybe they're changing their ways. We'll see. We'll keep track. These. What's going on here? What's happening here? There we go. These are the free games of June that you can get through Amazon Prime Gaming. Amazon also says goodbye to May with an extra game, The Lullaby of Life. Amazon has already confirmed which games Amazon Prime subscribers will be able to claim at no additional cost during June. Specifically, there will be 7 titles that will be unlocked throughout the month, starting with the legendary Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 19 years ago. So, June 6th, Star Wars Battlefront 2. June 6th also, Weird West Definitive Edition, that's notable, guys, and Genesis Noir. June 13th, Evergreen Valley, and Myth Force. I'll be honest, I don't think this game did very well, but it was really, really interesting to see Myth Force. Myth Force is a game that looks like, you know, like the old, like He-Man cartoons, the old, like, flippin'... The cartoons from that era. That's what Myth Force looks like. Thundercats, stuff like that, right? Who is He-Man? Only the best, you know, that cartoon, 80s fantasy cartoons, exactly. The He-Man cartoon has only the best villain of all time, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Until next time. Let's go, dude. Flipping Skeletor, man. Get back up in there, brother. There he is. All right. So it's a multiplayer game too. So if you have Prime Gaming, this is a free game you'll get on June 13th. It's a dungeon roguelike, reminiscent of 80s cartoons. Like I said, it's got a multiplayer aspect to it. It looks pretty cool. There you go. Vault's got you. Yeah. Hot garbage game alert. You talking about Suicide Squad? Yeah, we've talked about that a lot. Blast Brigade versus the Evil Legion of Dr. Creed, June 13th. And Projection First Light on June 13th as well. So all of these are going to be free on Prime Gaming if you are a subscriber, all right? In addition, subscribers in the US, Canada, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, and the UK will also be able to play the following titles for free through Luna in June. Metro Exodus, banger. Bee Simulator, Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition, banger, played it last year. Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition, banger. Lego Fortnite Festival, Rocket Racing, and Trackmania, guys. So, don't forget that even if you are a subscriber, you can also play all these games for free in June, okay? I'll link this to you guys if you need it. Probably because you think they have dialogue in them, dude. Paid $120 for what? Suicide Squad? Oh my god, dude. Did you really? Jesus Christ. No wonder you have relationship problems. I'm sorry, that was rude. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, dog. I'm sorry. That was so rude. I'm just playing with you, dog. I'm just playing, dude. I love you, Soup. I'm sorry, man. Oh my god, dude. Oh Jesus. Yeah. I did. I was that was a pretty rude one right there. Oh god, dude. My god. Silent Hill 2 fans aren't so silent about new character models. Yeah, look, dude, Soup, I love you, dude. I'm just playing with you, man. I know. I'm McChicken. I can't talk. I'm living. Soup, are you gonna play with us today? Are you gonna play X Defiant? You love X Defiant. Don't act like you don't. Silent Hill 2 looks pretty busted, in my opinion. This game looks like... You love it. Shut up. You love X Defiant, dude. Shut your mouth. This is such a hard thing for me because... You know, I had been... telling people I was worried about this the whole time because it's Bloober Team. Bloober Team is not a company that impresses me at all. Yeah, he did. You know he did. For reals, dude. Yeah. Bloober has not impressed me, especially after I finally played Layers of Fear last year in October. What a boring game, dude. Layers of Fear was terrible. And, I mean, I came really close to flushing it. And I don't flush very many games. And, I was going to play Layers of Fear 2, but Layers of Fear 1 was so bad that I couldn't even play the second one. Because I looked up reviews for it after I played Layers of Fear 1, and everybody was like, it's not even as good as the first one. And I was like, the first one wasn't even good, so there's no way. You know? But... Bloober had been getting contracted by like Konami to do Silent Hill stuff. They got contracted, it's shut down now, but they got contracted by Take-Two to make a game. That just got shut down. But I don't know why. I've been worried about this whole thing. I feel like there were better companies that could have done this kind of thing. And why Bloober is the team getting put behind it, I just don't understand. I was hoping it would be good because I want this game to be good for the fans. You know, Silent Hill is such an iconic series and franchise that it finally coming back into a modern gaming era, you know, is you're hopeful that it'll be good for all the fans. But dude, what we saw in the gameplay trailer the other day looked pretty terrible, honestly, in my opinion. Dude, Tango would have nailed it. Now, look, I'll be honest with you. I don't think I would have liked to have seen Arcane Austin have it. We saw what Arcane Austin did with, like, Redfall. I'm sorry. I wouldn't trust them with this. Maybe Arcane Lion? You know what I mean? But, Tango for sure. Tango had proven that they're very good at these types of games. So I think that Tango would have done a bang-up job with it, you know? Now, again, I think Arcane Austin, maybe not, but Arcane Lion, which is their main division, which is still running, by the way, in France, I think would have done a bang-up job with it, probably. They're the ones doing the new Blade game also. But, I mean, Arcane is Arcane. It's all one company. They did, the most recent thing they did as a company was Redfall, and that's concerning, I think. But, probably still would have turned out better than what we're seeing so far from this. The remake of Silent Hill 2 is coming this October. After last night's state of play in Silent Hill transmission, fans are being critical of the character models in Silent Hill 2. Gaming news website Kotaku did a great job rounding up the internet's reaction to characters like James, Angela, and Maria. First, the positives. Many gamers are in agreement that James looks much better than his initial reveal, though some believe he now looks too much like Resident Evil 4's Leon Kennedy. He does he not? I thought the same thing. Contrast the two images below. Check this out. That's not it. Weird. Wait, hold on. So they want you to look at both of these. Austin did do Prey. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about it. Yeah, so look at these. Are they not? Like, their hair's parted on the other side. That's about it. Right? Dog. These look like the same person. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about that before. It's not like, you know, it's not like Arcane Austin hadn't had some decent stuff prior, right? But again, I mean, the only thing we have to go off of is the most recent thing that companies have done. Yeah. And Redfall was bad, dude. Redfall was bad. So, I do think they probably could have redeemed themselves with something like a Silent Hill. You know what I mean? That's more up their alley, I think. Rather than them trying to do some kind of like multiplayer live service game. Which I don't think they, you know, a lot of what we heard was that they didn't really want to do that. They kind of got forced to do it. And I think it was to their detriment, really. They weren't invested in something like that. They kind of got forced. And it seems that way. You didn't see a lot of that nice creative stuff that had come out of Arcane Austin prior. But it's always one of those things that you have to look at. What was the most recent thing a studio did? What's their recent track record, unfortunately? Redfall was pretty bad. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Vault, for sure. I do think James looks a little more untrustworthy, which lends itself to the twist ending. Next, we have the tragic character Angela. People either like her design or are neutral about it. However, as ex-user Sarah Miles points out, many bottom feeders are complaining about her looking fat or like a man. So if you put both of these together, She's me. Oh, Jesus. I'm on the Silent Hill 2 remake, but the way people are talking about Angela is gross. Faces in Bloober games generally have a weird quality to them, but overall I think Angela just looks like, gasp, a normal person. I've seen extreme fat phobia calling her a man, etc. Let's see this. She looks fine. Finally, we have the character whose new design players seem to hate the most, Maria. Check out the comparison shot with the original model. Take the original. Oh, dude. As true fans have pointed out, there's a reason Maria's new outfit is terrible besides its blandness. Oh, they've got spoilers in here, so I won't read the rest of that. But, look, man, I think there are going to be a lot of people disappointed with this. Unfortunately. I don't know for sure. But what was that? You pre-ordered it? Of course you did. And you know what you did? You also pre-ordered? You pre-ordered the edition where you'll get to play early. And then what'll happen? You're going to go, OA, it wasn't very good. And OA, I shouldn't have gotten the edition where I got to play early. You know? But I'm used to that from you. That's obvious, Soup. Brother, it's June 2nd. The game doesn't release until October. Soup's the king of bad decisions. Bro. Ellie kind of reminds Sag of how people were annoyed that Ellie in the Last of Us show wasn't as attractive as the one in the game. She's supposed to be a teen. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing for me too. Let me say this. Like, you guys know how I am about games. I'm always going to be more interested in how a game plays and how it feels, and are the gameplay mechanics very good? Does the game play really smoothly? Over anything that has to do with very, very good graphical fidelity, right? So if the gameplay mechanics are there, if it feels very good, if everything else about the game has come together to present a very good experience as far as what Silent Hill 2 is supposed to be. You know, great sound effects, a very ominous experience, something very eerie and spooky. You get, really good scares in the game and stuff like that. If that's there, this will be a win. Dude, what is going on with all the bots? Yo, Vault. Thanks, brother. Dude. There you go, bro. Dude, he does, dude. He that banhammer is heavy, but not for him, dude. He's been lifting, yeah. So I think that when it comes down to it, the game could be good. It looks a bit janky, I'll say that. Quickest gun in the West, nice, dude. It looks everything I've seen for it right now is underwhelming. It doesn't give a great impression of what to expect from the game. I'll say that, but that it's not the end all be all for the game either. I think that we'd never really know what to expect from a game until it releases and people play it. But a lot of the indicators for this is for me something to stay away from right now. What about huge bazingas, though? Use them as a weapon. No, you need to play Stellar Blade Vault. So we'll see what happens with this. Yeah, I am too, Psych. Yeah, yeah. I'm all about that bass. All about that bass. Yo. You shake weight jam.
Both? Both is good.
Both is good. Booty, baby.
Are pretty funny, Gaps.
Reject, what's up, dude? Reject, you gonna play with us today? Booty, baby, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. I like the booties. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Both is nice. Both is nice. But I've always been into the booty, dude. So I agree. We'll see what happens with this, man. I don't think, my expectations are quite low for this, and that's unfortunate. I want it to be good for the fans. We talk a lot about remakes and stuff, right? Like remakes, especially of iconic games, need to be done very, very well. They did a good job with Dead Space. We're still waiting to find out like what Coder's going to be like. Knights of the Old Republic remake. Thank God Saber got out from underneath Embracer to finish it. So hopefully it'll be good. I think it'll be better with them being out from underneath Embracer, but we'll have to wait and see. Silent Hill 2's not looking great, dude. I'll be honest with you. Big cake with little cherries on top is peak. Respect, dude. Respect. Yeah. Look... Little cherries tend to sustain, you know what I mean? Yeah. PS Plus free games for June 2024 explained. Let's see what we got here. Every month, PS Plus subscribers get several free games handed to them to add to their libraries. June 2024's lineup has already been announced, with each of those games arriving on June 4th. This means May 2024's free games, EA Sports FC 24, Ghost Runner 2, Tunic, and Destiny 2 Lightfall, will be leaving the service on June 3rd. That's tomorrow, peoples. So subscribers should grab them while they still can. Unlike May's lineup, which consisted of 4 games, June is only bringing 3 games to PS Plus Essential, although more games will be added to the extra and premium catalogs at a later date. So, June's lineup isn't guaranteed to appeal to a mass audience, as it consists of several rather niche titles. That being said, fans of SpongeBob SquarePants wrestling and engaging side-scrollers may be more than satisfied with what the service is offering. The lineup is SpongeBob SquarePants, The Cosmic Shake, AEW Fight Forever, and Streets of Rage 4. An interesting selection of games, to say the least, especially after the epic last couple of months PS Plus had. You can read about all the synopsis of all these titles, but that's the gist of what you're getting there for this month. Streets of Rage 4, AEW Fight Forever, and SpongeBob The Cosmic Shake. All right, I'll link it for you if you want to check out some more of it. Yeah, look who's here, baby. I heavily encourage our female viewers to join us in this objectifying. I agree. Yeah. Objectify us. There's nothing wrong. I don't think it's objectifying, really. I think there's nothing wrong with stating your preference and, what attracts you. I don't see it as objectifying. We all have preferences and what I find a lot of different things about female gender to be very attractive, but there are definitely preferences for me, you know what I mean? As I think most of us have. What is this, Volt? Stellar Blade is the standard? What is this, dude? Itadori's typing women nice, dude. It's funny. But yeah, we gotta get like True and Florida up in here to give us the women's perspective on on the dudes, you know, objectify the crap out of us. Yeah, I know, dude. That's funny, dude. Nintendo leak hints at a new Zelda game and more. A Nintendo insider teases 2 new projects. Just after Nintendo fans were teased with the prospect of 2 unannounced Mario games planned for the Switch consoles, same insider who shared that info returned this week with indications of what 2 more in-development games might end up being. Codenames for 2 Nintendo games were revealed this week by the insider Midori, who suggested that one of the games might be a Zelda title, while the other is thought to be a sports-related game akin to something like Switch Sports, which were released around 2 years ago now. Just like last time, Midori took to Twitter to shed light on Nintendo's projects and the codenames attached to them. The leaker, who's best known for their insights into things like the Persona series and other Atlas games, named 2 different codenames, Edward and Elsa, which currently exist for games Nintendo is working on. While those codenames don't really give away much on their own, as one would hope for from a decent codename, Midori believes there are connections to be drawn between those and past codenames for the other known games. Quote, there's a project at Nintendo with the codename Edward. This might be related to the rumors of a new Zelda series title. For those struggling to see the connection between Edward and the Zelda series, you're not alone. Midori explained in a follow-up tweet that the codename for The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening on the Switch was Richard, which suggests a trend of monarchs or royalty in general for the newer Zelda initiatives. The other game talked about by Midori isn't thought to be part of the Zelda series, but the conclusion about what it might be is born from similar connections between codenames. There's also a project at Nintendo, this is a quote, in development with the codename Anna. Elsa is the codename for Nintendo Switch Sports, so this title might be related. It's worth acknowledging that this speculation about these codenames and the games they are associated with is a bit less concrete than the Mario rumors before. Mario games were both codenamed in ways that made it much more believable to imagine them being related to Mario games, while these, for the supposed Zelda and sports games, for example, require a bit more guesswork, right? And I think hopefulness. Yeah, this is a very, very big grain of salt right now, but, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Again, would it be crazy to think that we have multiple Mario projects in the works for the new Nintendo hardware? Absolutely not. Nintendo always releases with Mario software, right? So that's to be expected. Would it be crazy to think that Nintendo also has a new, like, sports type game, you know, with motion controls and stuff for their new hardware coming out? No, because it's always a banger. They always do well with those, as well as maybe a Zelda game for the new hardware. Now, it'd be a you know, they didn't say anything about releases either, release dates or anything like that. So Zelda has had, you know, Tears of the Kingdom just came out recently. For them to have another game coming out soon, I think would be a stretch. But who knows how long it could have been in development for the new hardware too. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, what do we got, dude? Gold, please. Oh, look at everybody. Pinky's troll facing. That's a good sign for the day. Yo, get either gold, please, or notes and get a free sub. Let's go. GTA 6 on the Switch too? I don't see it happening, dude. I'll be honest with you. I don't know that I see that happening. At least, especially not initially. It might. I think if they get that to work, it's going to take a while. We've already heard that, like, Switch 2 performance is going to be somewhere in the middle of, like, PS4, PS5 performance, right? So I think if GTA 6 was ever to make it to something like the new Nintendo hardware, it's gonna have to be really dumbed down for that. Probably. I'm not saying it won't ever. because we've seen a lot of titles make its way to Switch that look honestly horrific and nowhere comparable to what the original software looked like. Hogwarts Legacy, Mortal Kombat, The Witcher 3, you name it. I mean, there's been a lot of them, so it could absolutely happen. But I think it's going to be a stretch probably, and I don't think it's going to happen initially. It'll probably take a while if they make that work, you know. I don't think it's impossible. Maybe more improbable. Lastly for the news this morning before we start going and just wrecking shop with some pew-pewness. PlayStation Days of Play Sale featuring discounts on Marvel, Spider-Man 2, and more exclusive. This year's PlayStation Days of Play Sale is a perfect opportunity to get some PlayStation exclusives at a great price. Sony's annual Days of Play Sale in the PlayStation Store has kicked off what will be another busy summer for video games, with this year's sale featuring a massive amount of games. Over 900. In fact, spanning across 39 pages to scroll through, the 2024 Days of Play Sale offers a few fantastic deals on PlayStation exclusives. So if you haven't already picked up these, now is the perfect chance to experience some great titles at a nice price break. They're going to show some of the better prices they've come across, but again, dude, you're talking a massive amount of games that have sales right now for PlayStation. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is now $52.50 US. Marvel Spider-Man 2, $50 US. Rise of the Ronin, $50 US. God of War Ragnarok, $40 US. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Why? This game released in 2020 and had a remaster 3 years later. This is a problem in the industry right now. It's just so stupid. They played off of the hype around the movie or the show on HBO, right? And they were also just like willing to take advantage of consumers, really, and the fan base. Go, the game's 3 years old, let's just remaster it. Get wrecked. Feels disgusting on the part of Naughty Dog, but it's $40 if you're interested. There's going to be a lot of other sales and everything, okay? You can find the links in here for the PlayStation Store and see everything else that they have on sale. Here you go, man. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, no doubt. That's the news, my dudes and dudettes. Happy Sunday, man. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. We will, I've already heard from a lot of people they're down to play some more community stuff, so X Defiant is going to be the play. We're just going to hop in here, and we're going to slaughter other teams. Got to have that mindset, right? So we'll see how it goes. We're going to have fun no matter what. It's going to be a good time. So we'll get in here, we'll have some community play, we'll play some X Defiant, have some fun, and yeah, it'll be a good Sunday, man. If we don't get any Ghosts of Tsushima in today, it'll definitely be back to it tomorrow, okay? Don't forget that starting this coming Friday, that entire weekend, this coming entire weekend is going to be chocked full of showcases. And we'll be watching almost all of them here in the channel together. So I've got a list on the exclamation point schedule. There's a tab that shows the summer showcases when they're happening. A lot of different time zones, so you'll be very aware of when they're popping off. So if you want to watch them here with us, you can see those, okay? So next weekend is going to be very, very jam-packed with probably very little gameplay and a lot of summer showcase content. Get ready for it. For anybody that was hanging out this morning, you're not familiar with what we do, or you're watching this as a VOD later, every day we start off with video gaming news, try to stay current with what's happening in the industry, as well as apparently now giving out a lot of relationship advice. It happens. We got the outsider relationship, channel also, apparently. Everybody giving input for relationship advice. So but mainly it's video gaming news. So come out, be a part of it. We're always trying to stay current on what's happening in the industry, as well as promoting a healthier place for us as the consumer of these products and the lovers of video games, man. So we have an amazing community here, awesome people all the time being part of what we do, and just trying to create a place where everybody can feel safe and welcome, and just know that you've got friends to come play games with and spread good vibes and laugh and have a good time, you know. So that's what this is all about. And if you can dig that, dude, come be a part of it. We're always looking to have more people be a part of what this is about, man, which is just enjoying video games and enjoying good times with friends, man. So other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind, and we're gonna go play some games. All right, so I want to run us an outro real quick, but as soon as it's over, I'll be right back up here. I'm not going anywhere. Stream's not going down. We'll start playing games. I'll see you guys in one moment.